On October 23rd, he asked me what day it was.
Hey, what day is it?
It's October 23rd. Hey there, Rotaractors, come sit with us. You should know that we don't do this a lot, so this is like a really huge deal. We would love to have you join us in listening to this podcast forever and ever. And more importantly, you can't miss this season's fifth episode. Any guesses? That's right, it's about breast cancer awareness.
Oh, on Wednesdays, we wear pink. Or, in this case, we've been wearing pink for this entire month in honor of the empowered women, boss ladies, and the mean girls who fought breast cancer, those who are still fighting the battle, and those who truly advocate for breast cancer awareness.
Now, as we want you to know that we're all in this together, come sit with us. I am Jessel Faith Paderas.
And I am Shango, your host for this compelling episode as we celebrate women's empowerment and advocate breast cancer awareness together with our amazing guests for this podcast. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode to the end, BB Besties. Before we officially begin this episode, let's go over the upcoming events for November. For this month, RACCF is mainly focusing on preparing for December's most awaited project yet. You can definitely feel the Burr month season as the Christmas spirit begins to linger in the air with the 12 Days of Christmas back with its festive fare. As some of you may know, Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente University of San Carlos is launching its most awaited bannered project, the 12 Days of Christmas, with this year's theme forging the spirit of Christmas into reality through selfless service. With this, RACCF is pitching 12 project proposals of Christmas events to the different school organizations in USC for partnership opportunities such as Wish Upon a Box, Laruan para kay Bruno, Makulay na Pasko, Liwanag 2022, Balikhandog Year 3, Islandspiration, Bukas Palad, and many more. That is all for the upcoming events for November.
Hey Annika, did you know that October is a very pink month?
By pink, do you mean the color, Marie?
Yes, it's Pink October or Pinktober. It is also known as the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Pinktober is the month to mark strength and survival and also advocate and push to educate people about the realities of breast cancer. The color pink is used to symbolize courage and hope. We also have a very special guest with us today. They are our lovely friends from the Pink Perspective. Would you like to have the honors of introducing them, Annika?
Hi, yes, I would love to, Marie. So for this episode, Beyond Borders is thrilled to partner with the Pink Perspective team. This amazing group of people came together as one to promote breast cancer awareness. Pink Perspective is currently in year 3 of advocating for breast cancer awareness, and we'll be talking about more of their projects and activities later on. For now, let me introduce to you our extraordinary guest speaker for this episode. Our guest is very passionate about this episode's topic because she has a history with it, as she had battled and defeated the horrible ailment that is breast cancer. She is not only a woman of words, but also a woman of action, as she works closely with the I Can Serve Foundation, which is an organization that advocates for early detection of breast cancer as a means of combating it before it gets out of control. Everyone, please help me welcome Miss Ron Bernabe Flores. Hello, Miss Ron.
Hi,
Hello,
good
Miss Ron.
evening. Good evening. So I am Ron Bernabe Flores of I Can Serve Foundation. So I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2017. So thank you. Thank you for having me here and allowing me to share my cancer journey and our advocacy to spread awareness on breast cancer and its early detection.
Thank you so much for having or for being here in this podcast with us. We are so happy to have you here, Miss Ron. Beware lang po, the interviews here at Beyond Borders can get pretty long. So let's get the ball rolling. So, Miss Ron, I believe we have audiences who are unaware about the basic information about breast cancer. So, could you please give us a quick rundown of breast cancer, its symptoms and treatments?
I don't think I am in the position to really discuss about the symptoms and treatments since doctors can best explain them. But I will just base it on my own experience and from what I have learned from the Breast Cancer Lay Forum. I mean, in my own experience, I did not feel any pain or had any other symptom aside from the lump on my right breast. Especially mine was diagnosed early. I think for others, that includes thickening or swelling of the breast, irritation or dimpling of the skin, redness or flaky skin in the nipple area, pain or pulling in of the nipple, discharge other than breast milk, actually, that includes blood, or change in the size and shape of the breast. So these are symptoms already of cancer on the late stages. But again, we always tell people not all those symptoms are associated with breast cancer. So it's always best to consult a doctor and undergo a clinical exam. For the treatment, I underwent surgery, or they call it modified radical mastectomy. It's one tower down from two toy to one toy. So it's the removal of breast or both breasts. So I had also chemotherapy and hormonal therapy through oral medication. But others, they have radiation therapy for 1 month. And that's why also with I Can Surf, kasi we're strongly advocating yung scientific evidence-based kind of treatment and not alternative.
Okay, thank you for that, Miss Ron. That was very comprehensive. I can tell how the symptoms of breast cancer patients and their treatments are different for a lot of people. So I hope our listeners were able to catch that. So now we've already mentioned that you are a breast cancer survivor, Miss Ron.
Yes.
So I read an article that taking action is all about mindset. If you are optimistic, then you're motivated to overcome something. But if you are discouraged, then it's hard to find the strength to fight that something. So, how did you initially take in the news that you had breast cancer, Miss Ron?
To be honest, not very well. When I was told that I have cancer, I felt like I have lost control of my life. So, like other cancer patients, the first thing that came to my mind was death. So, para it was like a death sentence for me, considering that I lost a lot of family members to the big C. I lost my mom to ovarian cancer, an aunt to breast cancer, my uncle to lung cancer. So, I went through phases of depression, denial, bargaining, but not for long. I just anchored my faith deeply to Jesus, and I was just so blessed to be surrounded by family and friends who really pushed me to fight cancer head on.
Thank you so much for those words, Miss Ron. It is definitely normal to feel like having a loss of control of your life when getting these kinds of news, especially when it is about having cancer. And it is definitely good to be surrounded with in a positive environment, like with your friends, your families, your
Yes,
peers,
that's
and
true.
your loved ones.
Yes,
Now,
I remember a friend one time. She told me when I was crying, and she told me, "Keep your head up. God gives His toughest battles to His strongest soldiers." So I always keep that in mind.
that is so true, especially having an anchored faith to Jesus and to God, our Father Himself. So, from the perspective of your loved ones, it's frightening to know that you were going through a life-threatening experience. There will be times where your supporters or loved ones will possibly lose hope, but they also have to stay strong to keep the fire burning, right? So, how were your loved ones able to contribute to that light of hope during your breast cancer journey?
My loved ones, family and friends played an important role in my journey. So they made my path better lit and my journey lighter. So I was dealing with a variety of emotions like sadness, anxiety, fear, but they provided me with physical, emotional, mental, and even financial support actually. So it was really stressful for them and emotionally challenging, but they never gave up on me. So I told myself I should not give up too. So the people around me made me see that inner strength I never knew I had. So that's why I'm always thankful that during those times, my family, my friends, they were with me all throughout my cancer journey.
So, Miss Ron, you do agree, no, that you felt really blessed to have your loved ones surrounding you. Is that right?
Yes, very, very true.
Yes. So I can see that a support system is really a two-way street. You have to fuse the positive energies from you and your loved ones to really stay strong, right? But let's be honest, at some point in this journey, there may have been some lows wherein you have lost hope. And despite how much you tell yourself, it will work out, there seems to be that nagging voice at the back of your head that contradicts, but what if it doesn't? So, Miss Ron, how did you face these challenges?
How did I face these challenges? Having breast cancer affects me in many different ways, but I was fortunate that I didn't have to face these challenges alone. I asked for help from family and friends because, talking about my emotions or journey was really hard, but it gave me comfort because we shared the burden. It was really tiring, especially during my treatment, but I made my family my motivation and God's promise that He will never leave me nor forsake me. And also, I have I Can Serve Foundation to thank for being with me through my darkest hours, especially when I was going through treatment. Their messages inspired me and they cheered me on during those times that I thought I couldn't go on with my treatment. Besides, who would understand me better than those women who went through the same journey, right? We may be at different phases or stages in our journeys, but we learned from each and every story.
That is very true, Miss Ron, and it's very nice to hear those words coming from you. Definitely, having breast cancer affects people in different certain ways, but with genuine family members and friends, you will be able to receive comfort, and it can serve as a motivation to be better or to be healthier as well. And yes, the I Can Serve Foundation are really there for you, especially in your cancer journey, no matter the phases or stages you guys been through or the age differences and such. And God is good all the time because he may not he may not heal you right away because he gives his battles to his strongest warriors, and I am sure you are definitely one of his strongest warriors.
Yes. And one more thing also because they've been through that already. So they share their stories with me. And knowing what to expect is another way to feel in control. So when I learned about the side effects of chemo, the treatment, I was already ready. I mean, I was prepared for the side effects. And thanks to my I Can Serve sisters for the tips.
Oh, that is very nice to hear. I'm sure your I Can Serve sisters gave you really good tips and advices, especially during those challenging times, undergoing chemotherapy, radiation therapy, and other different kinds of treatments. So finally, we'd like to ask, what have you learned from this journey, and what are your parting words for the audience?
My cancer journey has taught me a lot about life and living. It has given me a renewed appreciation about life. I have learned that miracles happen. I see it every day because every morning that I wake up is already a miracle for me. And that pain and sufferings don't last forever because no matter what, you will get through them. Murag pinagtagpo mi sa cancer, pero di tinadhana. So just stay positive and slow down on the not so important things in life, but focus more on what matters most, like family and friends and your spiritual well-being. And lastly, this is very, very important. You keep your medical appointments, you stay fit and live well. And siguro parting words for the audience. I would just like to tell them that if you're going through something right now, don't despair, because if God made a miracle out of my circumstance, then He will do the same for you. And to those who are listening right now, I would like to tell you to take your breast care to heart. Check your breasts regularly. You find time. Make it a lifelong commitment to yourself and to your loved ones, because we always say this: early detected breast cancer can be cured. Early detection is your best protection, and early detection saves lives.
I really love what you said there, Tita Ron. Na if you're going through something right now, don't be in despair. Because like what you said, God gives the heavy battles to his strongest soldiers. And we are
Mhm.
so blessed to be able to have a conversation with someone like you tonight, Miss Ron. So
Yeah. And this is my way
yeah,
to pay it forward, actually. I embraced my pain and use it for my real purpose. And that is to spread awareness on breast cancer and its early detection, because we know that breast cancer, if detected early, can be cured.
that's so
Right.
true, Tita Ron. I really appreciate that you were able to say that because not much people they're not aware about the symptoms, not aware about the dangers of breast cancer. So thank you so much for that, Miss
They
Ron.
should not lose
And
hope. They should not
yes, do
lose
not
hope
lose
if they
hope.
see all the women of I Can Serve Foundation. They're still standing, living, and thriving.
Yes, and that's another opportunity for us to say that the women are strong. Am I right, Miss Ron?
Very true.
All right. So now, Miss Ron, Marie and I have to say that this episode wouldn't be a success without you. We may be able to easily search up information about breast cancer, and there are many other advocates like Pink Perspective and I Can Serve Foundation who promote breast cancer awareness. But what we believe lacks the spotlight is the journey of individuals fighting breast cancer. And you were able to deliver that here at Beyond Borders. And we are beyond grateful for your time to be with us in this episode. We loved every second of it, Miss Ron. So thank you very much.
Thank you too for having me here to be able to share my cancer journey with you and give some information about breast cancer. To use whatever voice we have to let women know that early detection really is their best protection.
Yes, it's so true, Titana. Early detection really does save lives. So thank you so much for taking your time out of your busy schedule to be here with us in Beyond Borders podcast. We really, really appreciate it, Tita.
Thank you. And see you sa
Thank you
Pink
so much.
Perspective.
By the way, Annika, let's talk about Pink Perspectives activities for this year.
Yes, aside from partnering with Beyond Borders, Pink Perspective also partnered with our club, the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente, University of San Carlos.
That's right. Our club, along with the Pink Perspective and the University of San Carlos Nutrition and Dietetics Student Organization, initiated the Pink edition of NutriTips, where they post infographics about breast cancer awareness. You can see these infographics yourselves at our club's official Facebook page, Rotaract Club of Cebu Fente, University of San Carlos. Other than that, Pink Perspective will be holding a webinar too.
That's true. So if you're feeling pink-tastic, come join Pink Perspective and other breast cancer support groups this coming October 29 to 30, 2022 via Zoom. Seize the chance to learn facts and witness more heartwarming stories of a breast cancer journey. Online registration and more information about this webinar and Pink Perspective in general can be found at their official Facebook page, Pink Perspective.
Ah, birthdays. They're lovely occasions to celebrate with our November birthday celebrating Rotaractors and our Scorpios or Sagittarius babies. Happy birthday to Alexa, Ina, Carmelu, Trixie, Althea, Edison, Crystal, Jack, Josiah, Joyce, Larissa, Lloyd, Danica, Sierra, Pauline, Aaron, Nina, Ernestina, Keziah, James, Lyndon, Raisa, and Jana. wishing a prosperous new year of life to you and enjoy every moment of what's to come and what lies ahead. Enjoy your cake!
Thank you for tuning in to Beyond Borders till the end. In celebration of Pinktober, let's keep in mind that her battle is my battle, supporting the fighters, admiring the survivors, honoring the taken, and never ever giving up hope.
This episode was so fetch, and we hope you felt the same way. If you are keen on hearing more from us, join us next episode where we will talk about another relevant topic. As always, don't forget to like and follow the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente University of San Carlos on Facebook, at RACCF on Instagram, and RACCF on YouTube, BB Besties.
We are your hosts, Jessel Faith Baderas
and Sean Ashley Go.
See you next episode, BB Besties.